All right, you bunch of yahoos, strap yourselves in for another episode of Dan and Don's Toxic Masculinity.
In other words, shut up, sit up, and pay attention. So, Mr. Fry, let's talk a little bit about Christmas. Were you a good boy, or were you Santa's good list or bad list this year?
Apparently, I was on a shit list. Yeah, yeah.
Oh well, okay, but has has that differed from past years or not?
No, no, not at all. Not at all.
Well, see,
Haven't,
consistency,
yeah,
consistency.
haven't improved nor ruined,
But
my position.
but Don, I'll put it like this: as long as you're still receiving that lump of coal in your stocking, you got to look at that lump of coal as it's a precious metal nowadays.
Potential diamond in Dan Severn's
Wow,
view.
exactly. Just got to keep squeezing it and
Yeah.
squeezing it for like another, what, couple 100,000 years, something like that. And it turns into diamonds.
You put that lump of coal in your between your butt cheeks when you drive down the road, You just practice. I know it's going
You
to.
know, see now, Don, once again, you come up with a very time savings
It's it.
agenda right there. I'm going to be doing that drive anyway. Why not?
Why
Yeah.
not? You get your Pilates exercise in, and then you also advance the time fusion of the coal.
See, Don, you literally you you made me a little misty eyed here by coming up with something like that. You know.
That's why I don't talk so much, because I have too many great and ideas that would put me behind the scale, and then the really good ideas you steal. So I don't want to.
Well, again, I always tell people I always steal the best ideas ever. I mean, wasn't it you that taught me all about fashion and design, and that's why I wear a fanny pack today?
Absolutely, absolutely, yes. I told you now after you club the woman in the head and you drag her to your cave. I said you drag her by the hair. Otherwise, you drag her by the feet. She fills up with dirt.
Oh, yeah. That's I better write that down. I've been doing it wrong all this
Yeah,
time.
yeah,
Okay. Okay. Fills up with dirt. Gotcha.
EIRT. Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
What did Santa bring you, Mr. Severin?
Yeah, yeah.
Well,
Well, you got a new dish rag, for drying the dishes once he's done soaping them down,
well,
scrubbing them.
again, you may think you're harassing me, but yes, I was doing the dishes earlier today.
Yes, I know.
And because again, it's just kind of like there was actually a request that was put in that I make. I did not know this until it was brought to my attention. I make a pretty good bean soup with the ham bone and stuff like that. I made it here once before, and I guess that was brought to my attention that we have this nice ham that it's getting down to just the ham bone. It might be a recommendation that I make a good Navy soup. So
Right,
rest
Dad, right.
assured.
Close your eyes, and I'll reenact the request for you. And tell me if it's correct.
Okay.
Daniel, get your ass in that kitchen right now and cook that ham and bean soup.
Honey, is that you? Oh, it's just you, Don. Oh, God.
Yeah.
It was so spot on. It was so spot on.
Yeah, it's like a recording.
Of course, I did it. It's I mean, I see.
I thought he was going to hop out of his seat and run.
I actually, well, honestly, I really do. When I do have time, I don't mind cooking, but I'm not. There's only a few things that I'm good at.
Yeah.
So
You're good at everything. Come on, buddy.
No. Not as much as I would like to say that, I'm really not.
You are good.
There's I always tell people that you have to be aware of your shortcomings, and that is one of my shortcomings right there. Now come up with that fun American breakfast of pancakes and eggs or French toast and fried eggs and things of that nature. Oh, I'm your guy all day long.
Mhm.
You want me to do a souffle or something like that? Nah, not gonna happen. And again, I'll just say that all through the course of this hip surgery and healing process, I've eaten way cleaner. I mean, I'll say my worst day was probably on Christmas Day
Yeah.
because of the food fest that it was and the pie and ice cream. But Don, it's almost sad for me to say that I think I've come to an age that I'm becoming a little more lactose intolerant
Oh,
to
oh,
where before
that's the
drinking
worst.
milk, eating ice cream, things of that nature was not a problem.
Yeah. And now it's a fight for the toilet, huh? And
Well, I mean, not that it's a, I'll just simply say that it's a regular 4th of July festivity.
yeah,
Okay.
all kinds of sounds and
You
light
know, it's kind of, it's,
explosions.
and some people are a little embarrassed about it. I'm rather proud that, it's still, yeah.
Moving there. Yeah.
Yeah. What, which kind of reminds me of a joke. And I think it's a joke that would be very appropriate for today's era of freedoms of genders, wokeism,
Neutrality.
frilly type of hairs, the alphabet group that I can never come up with there. But, you know, again, I'll simply just tell the joke and you tell me what category this falls in. But there's a truck driver driving down the road and he sees two guys hitchhiking. And a lot of truck drivers are just pulling in. They hop in. Well, it turns out, just through short conversation, the truck driver comes to the conclusion that these two fellas there are a little light in the loafers. I'm not sure. Again, I may have to ask you, Don, what exactly does that mean when I say light in the loafers or Tony? Is there a hook? What is that term with that are light in the loafers?
They tiptoe through the tulips.
Well, yeah, I mean, even though that was a classic that Tiny Tim brought back there once again, but I'm just simply they they were gentlemen that prefer their same sex as for relationships. Okay, I think I put it there quite eloquently. Would you not say?
Yeah, true.
Okay, all right. And so, the truck driver's just like not paying attention. He's just driving down the road. So the first the first gentleman, passenger, he's got to pass gas, and he asks his friend. He says, I've got to fart. He says, do you mind if I fart? And he says, no, but you better ask the truck driver. And so you go ask the truck driver. He says, do you mind? I have to fart. Do you mind if I fart? And the truck's like, no, I don't care. And all you hear is, okay, all right, no, nothing. So driving down the road, you the second new passenger, hitchhiker, he's got to do the same thing. He's got to fart now. He asks his significant other. He says, I've got to fart. Do you mind if I fart? And he said, no, but again, you better ask the truck driver. And then goes the same routine. The truck's like, no, just go ahead. I don't care. And then, again, all you hear is, so a little bit later down the road, now the truck driver has to fart. And he's thinking to himself, geez, these two guys, they asked me, I guess I have to ask them. He's like, hey, guys, I got to fart. You guys mind if I fart? And they say, no, go ahead. And all of a sudden you hear all this rip snorting type of noise. And the first hitchhiker turns the other hitchhiker and goes, you can always tell the virgins.
Okay, so where's the punchline?
That was it there. I mean,
That was
like,
it?
I mean, wow. I can't believe the way that both of you just left me hanging.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
virgin.
You're waiting for the funny part.
Wow. Tough audience here. Tough audience here right now. Wow. I'm going to have to sharpen up my knife here right now. Go for better or lower clientele. Maybe not as
I'm still trying to
sophisticated.
figure out what the hell light in the loafers means.
Who the fuck gave you a speaking part, man? God damn, just because it's we don't have a guest here doesn't mean you got to fill the entry space.
Hey,
Right.
Who else are you gonna talk shit to?
Jeez Louise.
Wow.
I'm trying to
Talk
take a
about a
little,
tough audience here. Now, I
try to
thought
take
that
a
one
little
got
bit
a
of heat
good
off
old
of him,
chuck of
Zach.
yucks out of a couple he-mens right there. But wow.
Oh, Dan, that's a very offensive joke.
Oh,
I could be offended and triggered, and
I'm sorry. Mr. Fry, is there any other nouns or pronouns I have to address you with on top of this?
yes, I am a rock and a banana.
A rockin' banana.
Yeah, some kid told his teacher that. She says, "Do you want,
Good for
what
him.
pronouns do you want to be addressed as, or what do you feel like today?" And some kid, I heard this on radio. He says, the sixth grade kid says, "I want to be a rockin' banana." And she said, "Well, you can't do that." Yes, I can. You said I can be anything I wanted to,
Right.
and that's what I feel like today.
Yeah, well,
And so it stuck the teacher right there.
well, I mean, again, let's touch on that subject for a moment here. Do you think with all of this craziness that's taking place right now, I mean, the education system is not that great to begin with
Right,
inside the United States. When you look at very few institutions are not teaching the most basic fundamentals about math, reading, English, science. I mean, they're just the most basic fundamentals are no longer being taught,
yeah,
and yet there is an allowance to allow some transgender to come in there and to talk to you about subject matter that I would hope most parents would not approve of.
yeah. It would make a Marine blush. Yeah, yeah.
So to me, it's like going. I actually look at that. I do enjoy like watching Shark Tank, for example, and come up with some, just the ideas and stuff like that. Just watching that program. Last night there happened to be several programs that all pertain to alternative education. Again, it's all through like laptops, like what we're utilizing right now, like doing Zoom. But I could see more and more education taking place through a device like a laptop or a cell phone because that's what kids are conditioned for already.
Right,
I mean, kids they don't know how to make again when they meet you, they don't
right,
know how to make eye contact. They don't know how to do a shaking of the hand because shaking the hands was omitted there for 3 years because of COVID,
right,
and a lot less kids. Well, again, just because their parents don't teach them this either, they don't know how to make eye contact.
right.
There's no shaking of hands. Again, just proper mannerisms. You look at when you walk into your
Don't
living
exist.
room.
They don't exist anymore.
Yeah, when you walk into your living room, you see them all face down, and both thumbs are going away, and no one's actually interacting with each other. They're talking to each other, but
Yeah,
they're talking through text messages, and then you see a little giggle, 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 and then thumbs are going, and then they see a little giggle, giggle. I'm thinking, why are you even in the same room?
yeah.
Then I know I like again with Thanksgiving, just being over not that long ago. A lot of people, there were a lot of people that were talking about um, electronic devices at the table. And to me, it's like going, if it's your household, it's your rules.
Right,
You're putting on the feed bag. And I go, to me, it's like going, if you don't want electronic devices, you tell folks you don't want electronic devices for like the next hour
yeah,
or two. Leave your devices outside in your car, come in, eat, dine, actually look at somebody, interact, tell a story, and then you can go home and go back to your electronic world. But I think the new retreats of the future, and they're already happening, so it's not like I'm letting out any cat out of the bag. The new retreats of the future are anti-tech.
yeah.
Again, because a lot of people in all these little relationship types, they like to keep all your devices at home and try to actually reconnect on the most basic human emotion type manner, like talking face to face.
Right, right. Yeah,
Other than that, now let's see. I asked you about Christmas, and you didn't get even your lump of coal. But did you do anything special for? Again, well, I mean, because your birthday was just recently as well. Did you do anything special for your birthday, being so close to Christmas and stuff like that as well?
Oh, had the usual parade, parade and fireworks show, and besides that, no, nothing exciting.
Oh, wow. Hmm.
How about you? What do you do for your birthday?
Well, I think I lit a sparkler, and yeah.
Like a 7 layer cake and a
Oh, trust me,
bathtub full of ice cream.
there was a well, I happened to be on the road at the time, but did even when I was on the road, I still went out and bought myself a carrot cake because I do love carrot cake. That
Yeah,
is probably one of my biggest weaknesses is carrot cake. So any of those listeners out there that are hearing it, that around that June 9th time frame, if I'm out on the road, which more likely I will be, you know, bring in a slab or a whole carrot cake, and yeah,
Danny might take a picture for you for half
you
price.
you'll be one of my bestest of friends at that point in time, at least for the next half hour.
Well, you glossed over my statement there, didn't you? What you talking about? Talking about ignore that one and keep moving.
Well, it's well, I'm sorry. Would you say, Don? I'm at that age now that I have
Uh,
selective hearing. I mean, I have bad hearing.
well, you just zoomed right over it like I didn't say a word. No discounts, no discounts involved.
Huh. I
Bring that,
guess I
bring
thought
that
you was my
carrot,
better half for a moment there. It's just like,
bring that carrot cake, but you sure don't get a discount. Jeez.
ah,
Dan is a tough one, man. You're a tough one.
well,
So,
as I get a little bit older, I'm getting a little bit more tougher and grittier in my days. Well, here, all right, we're at the end of the New Year's. We're
yes.
coming to the end of the New Year's, and so
End
with
of
the
the
New
new
Year
year, end
quickly.
of the old year.
Yeah. And so again, do you ever set any like New Year's resolution in the past? Have you? And if so, do you have any new ones set for this coming year?
Oh hell no, I'm perfect, man. What the hell is that? I'm
Well,
perfect.
Dodgy,
I'm
I know that you are perfect, but are you going to try to work on others and to try to see if you can make them closer to perfection? I mean, and
no, there's only one room for one at the top of the hill, so
oh,
why should I just slide over a little bit? Let the little ones keep fighting. Give me some entertainment.
yeah. Well, again, I hopefully it'll be. I sent out some information to have posted that I did one. I think it's kind of it's kind of cool the fact that with the winding out of one year and we're coming into the new year, you know, people should take a moment to reflect on back how was their past year,
Mhm.
and if it wasn't such a good year, what were some of those elements that made it not such a good year? And what can you do to improve your new year? Again, I go, whether you call it a New Year's resolution or I look at it as trying to set goals for each new year. And I do, I keep my planner. You know how I keep my planner going, and I write things down there because I'm always looking to, set new goals and to do try to add a couple new things each year or go somewhere different. And I'm hoping that the world doesn't lose its mind altogether because I would like to do some more international traveling once again
Right.
and go to a few places that I have not been to in a number of years because it might be one of those last hurrahs going here, last hurrahs going there.
And where would that be, Mr. Severn?
Well, again, I still like to go to, like, for example, like going to Australia one more time.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed that, but even more, 'cause I've got, well, again, a couple of people I bet was responding to just earlier today on the internet, through, I should say, through my emails. I'll definitely be going to different parts of the UK. I'll put it only if our country and the world kind of does a big old pulls their head out of their rectum. Did you like that little sound effect right there? Come on now, a little.
Virgin.
I don't have that sound machine over here. I have to improvise the best I can here. Just a second, I'll have to take my shirt off and
Yeah, yeah.
do some more.
Don't find something else. Yeah. I always
But
tell
no,
them,
I'm a big advocate of. I tell people if you don't like your life or you don't like what you're doing, because there's a lot of people that they don't like their job,
right.
they don't like the boss, they don't like. Well, again, they've taken in so many additional calories from Halloween to Thanksgiving to Christmas to New Year's. I mean, it's just been party and lots of extra calories and very, yeah, I can tell each time that I go to the gym, there's not a lot of people that are going to the gym.
Right.
So if you're not really happy with yourself, I mean, I would say just take out a piece of paper and write a couple of your goals, but you better put that piece of paper up so you see it multiple times throughout the day so it can help on keep you on course.
Mhm.
Yeah, I tell people, put it on your mirror. And you're like your bathroom mirror so that when you walk in there and you're doing your shave, so it's like you see what your goals, stuff like that. Because usually you're starting your day and you're looking at it like, oh, boom, you see it there. Or I'm a big advocate of saying you should have a planner or you should have something that even like a little notepad or something like that. Write down what you're going to do because I think you'll be a little bit more productive
Right.
if you write it down on a piece of paper. With your daily, because I try doing daily things. And like I said today, it was a good day because I went to the gym and it's always on the days of the gym, it's kind of like I have this euphoric type of a high afterward because I did something to both rehab for my hip, but then also for my overall health and well-being. But it just
Or
puts me a little bit more good
yeah,
mood.
get those endorphins flowing, and it makes
Yeah.
you happy. And so like giving yourself a hand job going down the road. Yeah.
With no passengers. Okay, no passengers.
Yeah, they get mad when you're on the bus. You do that. Yeah.
Well, if you do it, you'll be sure to end up with the seat all by yourself. Yeah, there you go.
Absolutely.
There are pros and cons to doing those kinds of things.
Except for that one weird freak.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
So
like
would it be
they
more
start
weird if
tapping
they
on the
joined
shoulder.
in?
Right? Yeah.
What if they joined in with you, Don? Does that make it weirder?
Where in the fuck are you? Just push the button, slide the levers.
So I should turn your volume off.
No
you think?
speaking English, man. No Spanish.
Oh my God, that was precious there, Tony. That was precious there. Actually, I don't know. It was, I thought that was actually a very concerning type of question, and yet it was just
It was
Don's
more
reaction.
yeah.
It was just spontaneous combustion. Poof, just blew up.
That was bringing back a bad memory for Don.
Yeah, it was out of concern for his spot in the show. Yeah.
Well, again, with
But
the
Dan,
new year coming right
Don,
around, I
I
mean,
do
even
that,
though,
Don. Aren't you happy?
well, okay, but okay, let's go back with the new year. Just a few. Do you have any plans for New Year's Eve or for New Year's Day?
No, no. I'm just oh hell, I haven't even thought about it, partner. Shit. No guarantee I'm gonna be alive, so why worry about it?
Oh, wow. Well, I'm planning on being here still, but okay.
Oh, shit.
But I don't live quite the risky lifestyle that you do there. I
Oh,
mean,
you
it's
know.
like you live out that open wilderness. You never know if when you go out there to feed the horse if there'll be a pack of coyotes or something like that that might attack you or something like that.
I had 7 javelina on my off my back porch a couple weeks ago, and my daughter Katie, her boyfriend spent like a week up in the mountains glassing, and trying to track Catalina to plan his hunt, which is coming up. And she said, well, you just sit right here, and they come up to Dad's back porch all the time.
Well, there was a group that there's right behind the house here in Fountain Hills. There's a wash, and I'll say probably every other week or at least once a month there'll be a pack of javelina that will come down to wash just to see what's there to eat. And if it's the day before, they're very good at knowing the timetables when the garbage cans are coming out because it's like it's Christmas, Thanksgiving, all wrapped in one.
Yeah, they got it down. Yeah.
Yeah.
People say animals don't have a sense of time. Bullshit. They don't have a sense of time.
No, that's it's actually kind of funny there when it's like they typically know garbage day because that's when they're going to be going out there tipping over a few different cans to find what kind of goodies will be in there.
Absolutely, you know. And
It's Christmas Day once again.
yeah. And then we get to watch Mr. Seven pick up all the garbage off the ground.
Well, but see, I learned after it only took me about one or two of those occasions taking place that I'm typically on garbage day. I'm the one that's mad dashing at the last second. See, I'm always good if the garbage truck comes at the normal time, which is usually I'll say around 9, between 9, 10. Usually, I'm good. But there's sometimes when they come up early, like going like 6.
Yeah.
That makes it a little bit more challenging when I'm out there,
In your
with my
Hello Kitty
flip
slippers.
flops,
Your Hello Kitty
my thong, doing my cartwheels, and trying to get the yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, all the neighbors are lined up to catch a glimpse of the beast.
It's better than a stiff cup of coffee in the morning. Oh my God! Yeah.
You see that? Yeah, they never look at that bowl of soup again. That rump roast is, I'll never want that one of those again.
Yeah. No,
It's-
but again, what a beautiful day it is here in Arizona.
yeah, this is gorgeous. And you got me inside here doing a
Well, again, it was mid 70s. I mean, I'm still looking outside. There's still mid 70s. I've been outside there a few different times. Doing some of my chores of taking care of the pool to make certain that got untangle the hose and empty the basket. Had to take down the little water sample to see how the chemical concoctions are taking place. I mean, it was the Simpson family. I actually was watching a video that was sent to me based upon the Simpsons, but it talked about all of this different
Predictions.
predictions that they were doing on all these different episodes that they actually were doing an episode on stuff that was happening before it ever happened.
yeah,
With the latest one all about AI,
yeah.
artificial intelligence. And it's not exactly a good thing that they're predicting from it.
No.
No, my favorite was South Park when Randy Macho Man Savage,
Oh, became
transsexual.
a girl.
Yeah,
Wrestled people.
yeah. You compete in the women's division, Oh
See,
yeah, you're like a
I never said that.
woman.
I didn't see that one.
Oh,
That would have been
great.
fantastic to see.
That was great,
Yeah.
man. Oh, you gotta look that one up.
That's a good one.
Yeah, it's funnier.
I definitely will be.
Spot on. That was fucking like 12 or 13 years ago, 10 years ahead of all this nonsense.
There's a movie that just came out called Lady Ballers about I think it was with Shapiro and all them, their group. They made this movie and it's about these guys that won a high school like a championship.
Yeah.
And then later on, like, the coach, they're all older and the coach is still coaching at the high school. And he realizes that, what's going on. He gets the guys back together and they compete as against women. And they're able to beat them. But
Yeah.
it's just all these competitions. It's pretty funny. I mean, it's just, the movie's ridiculous. Just everything they're making fun of it, but just about everything going on right now. It's hilarious. Lady Ballers.
Lady Ballers.
Yep, I wrote that one down too. I'm gonna be looking that one up. Lady Ballers. And then Don, what was the one that you said?
South Park, Randy Macho Man Savage. Yeah.
Yeah.
Competing as a woman.
I forget what the episode is. Yeah, but
It's great.
Yeah,
It's freaking great.
Yeah.
I think South Park's the best thing on TV, anyways. So
Oh, they're hilarious. How fast they'll put out an episode, something that just happened a few days ago. They'll throw it together. They're spot on about everything.
and then they don't get in trouble for it.
They get that disclaimer
People love it.
at the beginning of the show, and then it's perfect.
Mhm.
Yeah, they're so smart, man, and just intelligent, and the way that they always have an underlying meaning too, what they're talking about. Yeah, they're good. Yeah, I got some fan questions we're gonna ask you guys.
Your fans are ours.
Well, I already answered.
You don't have any.
I already answered all
You don't have any.
I already answered all my fan questions on a different show.
Oh yeah. That took a long time. Huh?
So this will both of you. If you guys could time travel, would you want to go to the past or the future, and why?
Jeez, I'd go to the past and warn myself about.
A prenup?
Yeah.
Well, again, okay, down from a strategic point, I think I would agree with you to say go to the past, because if you could take today's knowledge and technology stuff like this, you'll know when certain investments are coming out towards that, going when other people are like, well, what is this? What is Amazon? What is this? Was that? That going, oh, it's nothing. That you invest your couple $1,000 and you got millions of dollars,
Yeah.
easily. So I can see that. I can see taking today's knowledge and going back in time. It would be the easy thing to do. But there's still, like you talk about watching like the cartoon, like the Jetsons. The Jetsons was been around for a long time, but it looked at this really futuristic type of home life and flying saucers and unique cities, and how you got a robot maid that food stuff like that popped right out of her belly. I think are we that far away from that one now?
Well, robot maid wouldn't have worked for Arnold Schwarzenegger, would it?
Well,
maybe it would have been better for him.
yeah, but okay. On that same note, they're making robots so good now that
Oh.
and we live in such an isolated society that you can order yourself a female robot
Well, who was it? Brandy
as an intimate partner.
Without voice box.
Well, Brandy was saying about the AI thing that she's already doing. That's nuts.
What'd she say?
That she has a AI something with her that you can go and she interacts with you, and it learns her, like she worked with it and it's learning the way she talks, everything, and then you can go, it's like 24 hours and you can go sign up for it or whatever and just interact with her as an AI, and it's her supposedly. I don't know. I'm sure obviously
Wow.
there's a lot more adult stars doing that than just
No,
her.
I mean, well, again, well, yeah. Look at we live in such an isolated world that just the last couple of years during COVID, it showed already that the workforce, unless it's something that requires actual manual labor, a lot of the workforce is office driven, to where your office could be at home versus being an office at the
Right.
company.
Right.
Again, as long as you're regulated and put in your hours that you need to put in to make things happen. So, the tough part was you had schools that were closed down, and that moms and dads had to hold double duties. They're trying to do some type of education there with them, and do a lot of their work at home as well. And again, I still see that happening more and more, because there's the last couple of years, due to COVID, it has reinvented the workplace. But again, at the same token, as we talked about earlier, AI and robots are going to take away a lot of jobs.
Right.
And you got to see, especially so many with so many immigrants of it that are coming into our country already, and we don't have the most intelligent country to begin with.
Yeah.
AI is going to take away a lot of the menial type of jobs that you can have, and I still think that that's going to simply lower the overall standards.
Well, that's
I
why.
think we'll have a lot more unemployed people, because in the like Michigan, from being born and raised in a state like Michigan, it was known as the big automotive, big automotive type state. Had the big three there. But even now, there are so many robot types of machinery that are there to where men aren't actually doing things, they're running machinery that is doing all the work for them.
Right. One man could do 40 jobs. I push them.
Yes, exactly. And you're going to see that more and more, but there'll come a point in time that AI will be so in tune, it will eliminate you. Go to the grocery store.
Mm-hmm.
How often do you actually see a clerk
Oh,
at the I should say at the cash register, cashier that actually is, you know, entering any kind of thing there. Typically, you go up there and you scan your items, and then you have to look up your card and things of that nature. Towards that going, there's machines right now that are credit cards only. Then there's machines only for cash only. Even
yeah,
again, cash cash is becoming harder and harder to
yeah,
use.
right. Yeah, they're eliminating cash out of the structure system. That way, they know every fucking penny you have and where.
Yeah, I again that's more government type of control. Now, I don't like it myself.
No, I don't either. I think it's nonsense, especially when you grow up learning, it's a government for the people, by the people, of the people, and the government works for us. Nonsense. That government has not worked for us since the 1950s. Shit. That's when it
Yeah,
all changed after World War II.
yeah. No, there's a lot of things that I just hope that more and more people wake up and vote with their conscience of the reality of what it's really doing for them, but what it's going to be doing for the future as well.
Mm.
There's you can vote short term, but it's like, it's not gonna do any good. You gotta, yeah, I mean, there's some gotta vote with conscience. And there's a lot of people that I don't think they have a conscience and they don't have a heart. They don't care. Again,
They don't have
I'll
any
say that.
intelligence. They don't have any intelligence at all.
Yeah,
They just vote for a D or an R, and they think that's the way it's supposed to be. And it's just the two Republicans and Democrats have actually switched,
yes,
in the way they govern, because it used to be the Democrats were for the people and the Republicans were for the corporation,
yes.
you know.
The high society. Yes.
Now it's switched. The Democrats, are taking care of the 1% and the corporations, and the Republicans are taking care of the working man.
And I'll just summarize. I basically don't trust either or party anymore.
Oh no, I've been independent. I've registered independent since day one.
Yeah, but the hard part is, will will there ever be a day that an independent will win?
Not the presidency, I don't think,
Yeah,
unless they screw around and they stick the shiv in President Trump, and
sure.
then the Republicans do that, and then he starts his own, you know.
Yep.
And this
Again,
goes
Don, you did not let me down. I simply knew that. I'm gonna see. I'm gonna place this question just like this to see if Don just steps up to the plate, and you did, and you knocked it out of the park.
well, this goes back to Teddy Roosevelt. Teddy Roosevelt started the Bull Moose Party, just independent party. I mean, it was kind of silly calling it the Bull Moose Party because the Democrat has the donkey and the Republicans have the elephant. And those are just symbols, where he took the symbol and named it the political party. I mean, he should have gone with something like independent or something like that, and then had the bull moose as the symbol. But yeah, this goes back, way back to where uh, two parties just weren't enough.
Yeah. I don't think they're teaching that in today's school system. I mean, I think that might interfere with their time of, woke
Interfere with
hour.
their fucking their one of those fake broads coming in there. What the hell is that? The drag queens. Yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
mess up their drag queen party. Yeah, shit.
The drag queen sing along.
Yeah. Crime ain't what happened to our country. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. What you're saying about those the AI? There's a Cybertruck that Tesla's making that's supposed to be like bulletproof, and there's a video of these robots unloading these guns on that truck, which is to prove that it's bulletproof. But the other like me concerning in that video is these robots that are shooting these guns, like unloading on this, and they look probably made out of the same shit.
Yeah, are they bulletproof? Yeah.
Yeah, they're bulletproof too. Yeah,
How we gonna take them down
yeah.
when they go off?
Yeah, it's yeah. I don't know. What you saw that video, Don? Like, what do you think about them unloading on that? Like, just it looks.
We're gonna figure out how to take them down.
Yeah, maybe it's like the Terminator.
Yeah,
it's the closest thing to reality, I think, from all the movies that we have experienced.
But still boggles my mind in a lot of ways. That just when you look at the automobile industry, the fact that you can program a car to where it drives itself.
Right. Right.
And you got these little, I've actually already seen them already. You got like an Uber service, no, not Uber service. It's
taxis with no drivers.
well, yeah. I mean, like for the food industry, you could actually they got these little robot vehicles that are going down the sidewalk and delivering packages. I was shocked the first time I saw this. I'm thinking, how how does this machine have the intelligence to come up to this into the block to see when does the light going to turn green, to get the walk sign so that now it can go through there without getting run over by a vehicle, stuff like that. But they've got them out and it's working to where again you don't have to have a person deliver your pizza to you now or deliver your Uber Eats because it's being delivered by this little electronic little toy truck.
Yeah, they're all over the U of A here.
Yeah, again, but isn't that mind boggling to you to see these all there? It's like going, it's look at all the jobs that just took there just now.
That's why the trades will always be in demand because you're not going to send a robot in to unclog a toilet. I mean, shit, how are they going to know when they're done? When to stop plunging. There's. I mean, how you gonna like horses? I was a farrier. It's shoeing horses.
Yeah,
you can't teach a fucking machine to shoe a horse. So those things will always be in demand. That until they get rid of all the horses. They're trying to get rid of the fucking cattle now, saying the cows are farting and destroying the ozone. Bullshit. Bullshit.
yeah.
You fat bastard sitting on your ass. Thinking up things like that are destroying everything.
I take a little offense to that because I've got my crock pot of bean soup on there right now.
Yeah.
Trust me, you'll be able to see like a glow towards the north there from Tucson. Like, going, Dan, did they just drop a nuke up there? Nope, Dan just made his bean soup. That's all.
Dan's consumed it. Somebody lit a match.
His soup is done.
Don't they can only bottle all that natural gas right there. You bet.
Don't smoke within 50 feet of Dan's swim.
No light any matches, that's for sure. Yeah, something's going to go up. Let's see what else has been going on as of late there.
Well, here's another question for you guys. If you could attend any concert of any musician, alive or dead, who would you want to see?
Mozart or Bach, Beethoven.
Yeah, classical.
I'm almost bewildered by that there, Mr. Fry. Really?
Yeah. Well, either that or Rolling Stones.
Well, there's quite a contrast right there right now. But why? Okay,
Didn't you still see the Rolling Stones? They finally.
I don't know.
What is this, like their 25th farewell tour?
Shit. Johnny.
Okay, well, why the classics there, Don? I mean, that actually really surprised me. The classics. Beethoven or Bach? Wow.
Yeah, I mean, nobody else. I mean, am I the only person that gets to go see him, or does everybody have the opportunity? And then
you could only take Quinn.
If I'm the only one who can see it, then then it's unique, you know, it's something special. But if it happens every fucking Friday night, you know, they get a couple thousand people together and turn on a time machine, well then it's not that big of an exciting deal, you know.
No, actually, I was very impressed by that answer. I'm like going, I'm actually almost dumbfounded there, almost.
Almost.
What about you, Mr. Severin?
Well, I mean, well, one of the, I mean, what, like earlier this morning, again, I have to watch how I say Alexa because you know if you say their names, they start to perk up, and then it's like they're listening in on your conversation. So it's kind of like going, I typically will have some music playing, and a lot of times I like to listen to like different. I like to listen to some Beatles music. I like to listen to Elvis Presley type music. It just
Glenn Miller.
certain.
Get the old Glenn Miller band going.
Well, I don't know. You're going a little bit too far back with the Glenn Miller band, but no, I like some Elvis Presley tunes. I mean, especially when you look at the fact that I was able to actually meet the guy back in 1976 when I was just a freshman at ASU.
Yeah.
At the time, they being that the university would hire a lot of the bigger football players, and then they would hire the bigger weights in amateur wrestling. So some of the 190 pounders and heavyweights would get jobs as well. And I worked at a lot of different concerts and to see like the Who and Elvis Presley, and actually a chance to meet some of these guys.
Yeah.
But it was to see to be behind this barrier that these walls, this barrier wall that you're standing behind, and these poles that are in the ground. I mean, they're bolted down, but because so many people are pressing against, you're seeing this wall flex and flexing together. You know that there's tons of pressure flexing of all these thousands of people, but they had to place security along this wall because you could be at the front of this wall and you would be being crushed against this wall because of the pack behind you trying to get up close to reach out. Can they touch the stage? Can they touch one of the band members or something like that? And there'll be a lot of times that people would pass out in the front there, and your our job was simply just to reach over, grab them, pull them on over. And there was actually like a little Red Cross type stand back there. Now, some people it was legit, but then other people would fake it. But in either case, the moment that you came to and you're good to go, you didn't get a chance to meet the band members. You were tossed out the back door, and now you got to come back in the front door to get, and you're at the back of the concert now. So it's kind of like going. It was kind of like a lose-lose situation. First off, you got, everyone's being when these security are grabbing you and dragging up over, they're not being real kind about it.
Right.
So they're just dragging up on over. And if you were a good-looking female, there might be a few other grabs that were taking place in the process there as well.
Are we done with this conversation?
Before we go, just tell fans that ask you guys, leave questions for you. Say if you want us to
take your questions and shove them up your ass.
And I also would say that if you have any additional questions, please send them into where we're gonna have to send it into there, Tony.
Just send them in the comment section, or you can send it to our email.
Okay.
OPPLLC iCloud.
There you go. Listen to the voice of reason right now. So fans can actually ask questions, and we do different segments here known as double D's in your face, where we'll answer fans' questions along with get on that other random topics and stuff like that. And on that note,
Bye.
That's all, folks.
That's it. We're done.
We'll see you.
All right. Bye, Dan. Enjoy your
Take care.
Have a soup. Have a bean for me. Thank you for watching another episode of Dan and Don's Toxic Masculinity. You better like, subscribe, and share, or I'm going to come to your house.